on how I glue up my tires. Um, so the first things I just want to show you guys basic things that you'll need. Of course, you need your tires and your rims. Here I have a set of J Concept Smoothies Gold compound with some white rims. I also have tire bands. You will need these to hold them down after you've glued them. 91% isopropyl alcohol. This is a very important part. Make sure you use this. I use this on cleaning the beads of both the rims and the tires. It helps that out a lot. I also have AKA tire glue. Really, any is up to you. I prefer AKA because I think it works pretty good. J Concepts is also good. Proline stuff I've kind of had ripped, but with the AKA I've never had my tires ripped really at all. And then also, last thing is you'll just need some paper towels just to clean up the messes and the glue and all. Okay, so first things, we're just going to pull off one sheet of our paper towel. We'll move the extra. I'll just do one tire on camera to save some time. So we'll just need one of these. First things first, move everything out of the way. So we'll start by folding our towel in half. However you guys do it, you can do it. I put some rubbing alcohol on here. So you get a little bit on there. Now what you're going to want to do is you just want to go around the bead of the tire. Try to do this so you guys can see. Just on the inside here where it's going to be connecting with the rim or anywhere where glue will be. So I like to go around this whole outside. I do this to avoid ripping because when the tires come out of their molds at the factory, you will get some mold release compound that they use. That way these don't stick to the mold. And that mold release, like it's in its name, it helps release things. And you don't want it releasing your tire from the rim. You want it to make a good seal. So I do that, and as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see there, but you can see all of this black stuff, black gunk on there that was pulled off of here. So I just do this for a couple times, make sure it's good. And you guys can see. Alright, now we'll do it on the other side quick. And make sure after you do this, make sure your hands are washed. I just went in the bathroom and washed mine. You also want to make sure that way you aren't getting any oils from your hands on there, because that will let the tires release too. So just quickly put some more rubbing alcohol on here. We'll just keep cleaning this stuff quick. So I usually like to go over it until that black gunk that you will see on your paper towel goes away, because that shows you that you have gotten all of the gunk that could be on there that would help the tire release from the wheel. So then you're good. Just quick. Check the other side. So it's pretty good. Alright, so I'll go back to clean that in a little bit. Next thing we're going to do is I do have 2.4 tires here. So you will want to clean the little ridges in here. I like to do that just in case there's anything on there from the factory. I just like to clean everything and have it as clean or sterile as possible. We'll just go through the whole thing. And really try to get in this little 90-degree angle here that they have, just to really make sure that you get everything out. So yeah, just go around it a couple, 2 or 3 times probably. And then you just want to flip it over. Do the other side. Alright, so there's that. And I'll just put a little bit more on. We'll just do the tire quick once again, because the tire really is the main thing you're going to be careful of. The rims are usually pretty good out of the package, I've found. Let's go around here once more. And make sure after you do this, before you start gluing, make sure that the bead of the tire on both the rim and the tire are dry. So that way you aren't getting, you don't have rubbing alcohol impeding you or any way doing that. So this should be just about good. Alright, so we let those dry up. The next thing we're going to want to do, set this off to the side, just pull off another sheet here, so that way we have something to clean up our glue with. And I'll put this underneath it so you guys can see better what I'm doing. Alright, so I always like to have this little thing facing on the outside. It's really a personal preference for you guys. So we'll just slip this. Actually, we'll just wait for that to dry. You see that there? So the good thing is that it is rubbing alcohol, so it will dry very quick. This next thing, we'll just slip it on the tire. See? Just slip it on, really work it on. This is very important, so that way you have the tire, and that way the foam and the tire all fit on the rim nice. There's no bindings or kinks. See, so just go around it, make sure that everything's in its right area. And then just work it back and forth like this to really make sure that you have all of that in there good. Alright, so there's that. Now as you can see, it's pretty good. You can see that it's all sitting flat right back here. So that's what we want back there. And you can see up here that it's all sitting flat and nice like that. So we can see. So next we're going to take our glue here. It's going to take the cap off. Now one tip for you guys, I don't know if you guys do this or not, but with your tire glue, one good thing is when you're not using it, store it in the fridge, because it'll keep it fresh for a much longer period of time, and that's always nice. So we'll just stick the tip inside. One sec, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, guys, again. Alright, so I'm going to try to do this here where you guys can see. Alright, so I have the wheel face up, as you can see here. Let me see if I can bring the camera closer for you guys. I don't know how much better I can do. Alright, so there's that. Hopefully you guys can see better. Let me put the camera down some more. Alright, so you guys can see. Alright, so what we're going to do is, as you can see, we've already worked in the bead and everything. So we're just going to start gluing it. And you always like to be nice and generous with the glue. You know, you can always wipe away extra, but once you've glued it, you can't really get more in there. So, you know, just tap it to make sure it's worked down in there. Peel it back. You don't need to peel it back far at all, otherwise you'll get glued down in the foam, and you don't want that at all, because that's a very bad thing. It'll start causing bumps, and it'll cause the foam to ball up. And you can't fix that without pulling apart the tire, which is extremely hard. So, you know, just take your time and go nice and easy. Work it in there real good. There you go, just like that. And I always try to do this, you know, when you aren't in a rush or anything, because otherwise you're more prone to accidents when you're in a rush. I have done this a few times before a race, and luckily they have worked out. But just make sure if you're going to glue it, make sure you aren't gluing like your only set of tires and you're really hard pressed to get out there for practice or something, because that doesn't be a bad idea. Alright, so as you can see, now I have all this whole side glued, and so I like to just go around and squeeze it until glue comes out of the areas that I've glued. That way I know I have enough glue in there. And if no glue comes out, then I usually just go back quick and add some more. Like over here it needs some. There we go. Alright, so next we're just going to take our paper towel here. And we're just going to strip a smaller piece off about this big. Fold it in half, like around your finger like this. That way you get a nice even angle. Another thing is you can go with the older style tires that had the open cell foams. I don't know if you guys know that, the big white ugly ones. And just buy a tire out. You don't need to care what type of tire it is unless you want it. And then what you do is you just take those white foams that are in there, cut them down to a respectable size, and just go around the glue. It works very good, actually. That's what I do quite a bit. You know, you can find them usually pretty cheap in your hobby shop because they don't sell many. Most people use closed cell phones nowadays. So you can get them pretty cheap and just use those. Alright, so now we've raped off the excess glue that's present at this time. We're going to take our tire band here. We're just going to put our tire band on. This just helps to ensure that the tire is making a tight bond at all times while it's drying. So you get right up there on the bead, and you'll see that a lot more glue is going to come out. That's fine, you know, just making sure that you have extra glue. And then we're just going to go around again with the towel one more time. Slowly grab all the glue. Yeah, this CA glue is some nasty stuff. It can start to burn, so just make sure you have a nice thick area of paper towels in there. And if you really don't want to get your hands dirty, you can put on some gloves too. Alright. So there's that. You can see it's a really clean looking tire now. Try to get that around so you can see it looks really good. So that's that. What a lot of people do now at this point is we will tend to add some more glue around the bead and just let it kind of dry there. I'll probably do that in just a minute so that way you guys can see. And then I'll do another video on how you guys can make your tires look better after we've done it. Just another little video, you guys will see it in a little bit, but it involves using Plastidip around the edges to make it look better. Alright, so quickly we'll just go around quick and add some extra glue here. So that way we have it all. It's just light glue. You don't want a bunch at all, because extra glue will cause the tire to crack, and we don't want that. So you can see I'm just going around lightly doing this. And that is it. So what I recommend now is set this out in the sun to dry. Direct sunlight is best for this. That's what helps the glue cure. So yeah, that's it. That's how I glue my tires. Same thing front and back, and do that on all your tires. Give it time. Just let it dry until it's not tacky to the surface anymore, and then you should be good to flip it over and do the other side. Thanks guys for watching. See you in the next one.